matrimonial home? Stay back in my matrimonial home, or should I run away? It's an issue that has happened to one of our sisters, and she came to ask for advice, to ask for counsel, to ask for a solution to her issues. So she wants to know, what do we advise, or what do you advise? Does she run away from her matrimonial home because of the problem she has now, or does she remain? So just hang on. Let's hear it all out so that you'll be able to advise her properly. You never can tell. It might be somebody's turn tomorrow. It might be your friend's turn, your relation. It might just be helping somebody that's your relation or your friends or somehow. It's a service to humanity. So just hang on. Let's hear her out and give her the advice that she deserves. Okay. This is Kechi Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship platform. Where we come to find connection, come to find love, come to find relationship. Where we come to learn how to build this relationship to become a sweet, enjoyable, a vibrant relationship. If you are there at the comment section, or you want a partner, you can come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, location, your blog group, where you're streaming from, and you kind of a partner you want. Tell us the age range. He or she might even be at the comment section there waiting for you. Or if you don't want to come up to the screen, you can drop all those information at the description, or you can, join us in our community. After this live, I'm going to drop a link to our community where you can join us and be a part of that community. And that community will find connection. You do soulmate matching, do matchmaking, and your partner might even be there waiting for you. So today we're looking at an issue. A lady is confused whether she should run away from her matrimonial home or whether she should remain. What happened? Why this challenge? Why this puzzle? Why this issue? Listen carefully. Yes. The lady got involved, married a guy. That was about 10 years back. The relationship, nothing wrong, everything going on smoothly. She is into business and the guy is into business too. So the guy carried out one business venture with her friends, with some friends, and the business went fine, but the money, the friends made away with the money. They didn't give him his own share, neither did they gave him anything. So, and coincidentally, he was the one that brought the money for the business. He had to put his house down as a collateral to borrow money from the bank to execute the business, to recover their money. It was in that time that he now told the wife about what was happening. The wife said no. She refused. She didn't want the house to be auctioned. So she went ahead and brought forth all the money she had in her account, borrowed money, picked things, joined everything, together, and gave the man the money with which he paid. That's how they didn't sell off the house again. So this thing affected her business negatively. She didn't have money again, enough money to run her business. Along the line, her mother-in-law passed on. So the little remaining money, they used it to go and do the burial and all the things. So it was not easy. The husband was not busy doing anything again. Her own business was already shaking because of the large sum of money that was pulled out from it. So along the line, there was this guy whose wife passed on within their neighborhood. She had passed on out of cancer problem, and this guy started making advances at this woman. He knew her condition. He knew things were not okay with her again, and the lady was like, I am married. What the hell? I'm married. I'm not interested. And there are so many other young ladies, so many people available. Why me? The guy was like, I don't want to meet young ladies or people. I want you because you are married. You respect your marriage. You make it discreet. You make it a secret. We'll be able to do it properly without, the thing being exposed. The lady refused. But along the line, one thing led to the other. She had to succumb. She succumbed. And when she succumbed, well, the man made well because he had money. He made do his promise, gave her money. She went and, restocked, filled up her shop again, and the shop was full. The other asked her, how did you come by this money? How did you get money to? She said she borrowed money, people gave her, blah, 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 to her. The husband was very happy with her, said, okay, They're happy. And this man came again on her. She finally, at the end of the day, she went out with her. She went out with this guy for 2 times, after which she told the man she wasn't doing again, that she was dying of guilt, that the one she did already was even killing her, and that she wasn't going to do another one. The man kept on pestering her, but she stood her grounds. Along the line, that man had an accident that took damaged his spinal cord. He was never going to walk again in life, and around that time, she now was not able to keep her guilt again. She was not able to look her husband in the face. She was not able to, it was just too much for her to bear. She felt like she decided to go and confess to the husband. So one nice day, she made a delicacy, her husband's favorite, and took care of herself. Came and knelt down before the husband to apologize that he had offended her. Sorry, that she had wronged him, and that she was dying of guilt. Her conscience was not, she was in shambles. That she should please forgive her. She now told him what she did with the man. To the greatest surprise of the woman, she said the husband said yes, he knew already. You knew? The man said he knew everything. He knew when the man was after her. He knew when she gave in. He knew when they met the first time. He also knew when they met the second time. How did you know? He cloned her phone, her messages, her information, all. He was aware of his chat, of her chat with the man and all this. The wife quickly stood up from where she was kneeling and was looking at her husband. You knew all this? Why? The guy said he knew. So she took steps backwards and was looking at him. She now became scared. She now started wondering, if this man knew all this is all this while, who knows what happened to the man that is hospitalized? He had an accident. Who knows? Was that accident a coincidence, or was it an engineered accident? She got scared. Out of fear, she packed away from her matrimonial room to her children's room. She didn't want to stay with the husband again because she didn't know what was coming up. If that man knew all this while, he kept quiet, and they were sleeping on the same bed, sleeping in the same house. He never showed any sign. He never made any comment. He never made her to suspect anything. So she said she didn't know what was coming. Her partner in crime was already hospitalized. She didn't know whether the man was not going to do anything to her. So she got scared to the extent that if the man was coming into the house, she'd be looking at the man's hands to know whether he had something on him or an instrument or what. Then she even became scared. Even her food, she didn't know whether they were going to lace it with some poison. So she was not herself again. She had to go and confide in her sister. Her elder sister blamed her seriously, and even the senior brother also didn't take it lightly with her. And now she said she wanted to move her from the house because she was scared she wouldn't know what the man would come up with, and she didn't want to stay and wait for it. Her brother and her sister said she shouldn't move, that they were going to come to the house. They were going to act a drama, and that drama would be that the senior sister would slap her 2-3 times, hot slap, and show her displeasure for the husband to know that she doesn't approve of what she did, and that they should apologize, that they will apologize, and she should apologize at the same time to the man. That was the decision they arrived at. But that she should get ready for the slap, that she should pretend that she didn't know the slap was coming. She should act it to look real, to see whether it can help to pacify the man, the husband. And so she came up with this idea of consulting us to ask us what she would do. What do we advise her to do in this situation? Does she run away from the man, or does she stay back? Is she sure it's not the man that is behind the accident his partner, the man had? Or how is she sure the man will not one day decide to give her own accident? So she said we should please help her give her advice, give her counsel in the platform here. So if you are there, you are watching this video, you've come this far, please don't go without dropping your own information, your own advice, your own counsel. It's a service to humanity. You are just helping her to be able to take a good decision. So drop the advice, your advice, drop it at the comment section there. Because I advised her that she should not run away from her husband, because from the look of things, where will she run to? There's always she can run to that the man will not catch her unless she leaves the country. Does she have the financial muscle to be able to foot her bills, to take her leave off the country entirely? Even if she leaves the country, one day she'll go back to her country. Will she run forever? So the best bet, the advisor is, well, the brother and the sister should come and act the drama they plan to act. That in addition to that, she should look for their religious counselor or pastor, or if they belong to a gathering, a senior person in the church or in the mosque where they worship, the person, somebody the husband listens to, should invite him over, and that kind of person should be able to keep secrets too. So she'll come and they will help her to apologize to the husband, to and by the time the pastor has come to apologize to the husband, her brother and her sister have come, so the husband will now know that people have known what is happening, and if anything should happen to the lady, they will know that he will know that they may suspect him. Okay, it will not be like the man who has an accident, nobody knows what happened to him. Now that after the people have gone to apologize, to beg him, if anything happens to the lady, they will not be in the dark, and it can even help the husband to forget about, assuming he was planning to carry out any anything on her. It might make him change his mind, or it might make him forget and forgive entirely. Okay, so that's what I advised her. So instead of her to run away, unless she can run away, but he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day, she will still come back. If she should run to any part of the country, Nigeria, this happened in Nigeria, there's no part in that Nigeria she can hide and hide. Now, for how long will she hide? Will she know whether when the husband will come after her? Is it not even better she stays there? Because if anything happens to her, the man will still have to bear the responsibility. If she runs away from the house and goes elsewhere, anything can happen to her, then the man will not be concerned. So I told her she should remain, but look for her to beg the man and decide within herself to make it up to the man. She should now know that she is at the mercy of that man. She should be able to love him, pamper him, try to make him to forget, as in forgetting. Not only forgiving, but forgetting. If she can pray, she should also use prayers, that God should make the man to forget and forget, not to be remembering again. So, or what do you think? Do you think she should run away? To where? Or do you think she should stay back? Okay. So you have to give your own advice, drop it there in the comment section, so that anytime she sees this, she will be able to take a proper decision. So this is KG5 Matchmaking and Love Relationship platform, where we come to find connection, come to find love, come to find relationship, come to learn how to build that relationship and make it to become a sweet, enjoyable, a vibrant and a lasting one. So if you're there and looking for a partner, do well by sending me an invite. I'll bring you up to the screen. You tell us your name, your age, your location, your blood group, your genotype, and tell us the kind of a partner you want, the age range of the partner you want. You can come up to the screen and tell us that. Who knows, your partner may be somewhere waiting for you. Or you can drop all those information at the description. We'll pick it up from there and work on it for you. Or, as I said, you can come up to, or after the live, I'm going to drop a link at the description. That link will take you straight to our community, where we do matchmaking, where we do connection, where we find love, where we find relationship, and where we learn how to build this relationship to make it an enjoyable one. You have 3 options now, so you don't have any choice not to be involved. So what do you advise that lady? Don't forget to drop your own idea, your own counsel, your own suggestions so that she will be able to take a proper decision. And the puzzle, because normally after our life, we draw bonus. The bonus third point now is, what do you think is the singular thing that breaks up relationships most these days? What is that singular thing? Or people you have seen, you've heard, you've known of. What is it that breaks up marriages most? Is it telling lies? Is it lack of trust? Is it infidelity? Is it poverty? Is it greed? Is it theft? What vice? What is it? Or lack of interest, or lack of communication? What singular thing do you think is the most problem marriages have? Marriages that break up, relationships that break up, what is it that breaks it up most that you know of? I was just checking through my own terrain, my own environment, my own experiences, my own area, and I realized that the one thing that has been responsible for many homes breaking up in recent times around my area is infidelity. I know of a friend who left US and came back to Africa because the husband decided to be cheating on her, and she didn't want to continue in that kind of a relationship. She had to leave him and come back to Africa with her children. I don't know whether that relationship has come up again or whether that's the end of it, but at least it had a temporary breakdown. I've lost contact with her. I've not seen her for it, and I've not asked her. There I know of another lady whose husband started cheating. The lady decided to leave him to be cheating. And when the man was like, woke up his ideas and he wanted to have the wife back, the wife said, you have to go and run a test. If you don't run a test to certify yourself clean, I will never have anything to do with you again. The man said he wasn't going to run any test, and that was how the relationship ended. Which other thing do you think breaks up? Anyway, I know of a relationship that broke up because she said the man was, I can't quite get it right. The man was not forthcoming. He was not communicating. He sold off all their properties without her knowledge. What he used the money to do, he didn't tell her, and she didn't even know when he sold off all those things. Properties that two of them labored and built together, he sold them off without telling her, and she doesn't know what she did with the money. And he hasn't been contributing in the upkeep of the children, even the child allowance that is given, whether he doesn't send to her, or I don't know. So that one is the only one I've seen that the relationship broke up because of finances and not being able to communicate effectively. So every other one is something that has to do with related to infidelity. Mostly the guy being unfaithful and the woman getting scared for her life and decided to step aside to be alive and stuff. So what do you think is the thing that breaks up relationship most, from your experience, from what you see, was from what you hear? So this is Catchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We're going to find love, connection. We're going to get our partners, get our soulmates, get connected to our partners, and learn how to build this relationship to make it to become a sweet, enjoyable, long-lasting, vibrant relationship. So if you're there, you're looking for a partner, looking for a soulmate, looking for a relationship, you can come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, your location, your blog group, your gender type, tell us what to do for a living, and describe the kind of a partner you want. And if you don't want, then you can drop all those information there at the comment section. Drop it at the comment section. The people will pick it up from there and work on it for you. Okay. Or after this live, I'm going to drop a link at the description that will take you straight to our community where we will do matchmaking, where we do connection. Your partner might even be there waiting for you. Okay. So far so good. This is Catchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We'll come to find love, connection, and we just discussed about an issue. A lady had an issue, and that issue is what we brought for today, for all of us to put our minds and put our head together to know how we can save her, help her because she says she needs an advice, she needs a counsel, she needs direction. If you are joining us right now, you're welcome. Let me just play the message again so that you'll be able to get the full story and drop your own advice there at the comment section. Just listen. Hello, my sister. I'm in a dire need of advice, solution, counsel. Can you help me? What do you advise me to do? Listen to my story. Listen carefully so that I'll be able to know where I'm coming from. I got married to a man, the love of my life, 10 years ago. Things were okay. We were doing fine. He was doing business and I was doing my own petty business. Over the years, my husband got involved with a kind of a business with some colleagues. They did this business, and when the money came, instead of the colleagues to share and give him his own part of the money, they made away with the money, ran away, and left him empty. Meanwhile, I didn't know my husband had borrowed money from the bank and he had used our house as a collateral. So when these friends had made away with the money and there was nothing he could do, it was time for payment of the bank loan. The bank's people came after my husband and he didn't have any choice than to sell the property. And when he suggested this to me, I was alarmed. I didn't want to have our property sold. So what did I do? I went and borrowed money as I could borrow. I sold off everything I could sell off. I withdrew every kobo that was in my bank account and made up money. Somehow I was able to raise enough money to give to my husband, to give to the bank people, to stop the banks from auctioning our house. This exercise affected my business badly, but I was happy that we still returned our home. Along the line, in our neighborhood, there was this guy whose wife passed on as a result of a cancer problem. So as the wife passed on, the guy was alone and he was doing well. And when we had this issue, he knew about it and he saw everything and he came with the devil's suggestion. He was to give me money, I will dance with him. Wouldn't you go and look for single girls and people that could dance with you and leave me alone? He said no. He didn't want to go and mess up with the small girls that could come and blow everything out of proportion. He wanted me, since I was married, I was going to be discreet. I was going to keep it private, secret, and he was going to help me with my finances, and I will help him to scratch his back too. This proposal was vehemently refused by me. I refused it and said no to his advances and was not interested. But this man wouldn't let go. He kept on pressing, persisting on me giving in. And as things happened, as things progressed, I looked at my shop, especially when my mother-in-law passed on. The little remaining money, resources within us, we scraped up the last of it to go and do the burial. And when I found myself in this situation, and this guy was coming up with this proposal, and I was in a tight corner, I didn't know what to do. I was between the red blue sea and the dragon. See poverty, see lack, see starvation, and see wealth, see up and see evil deeds. I didn't know what to do. Somehow, I gave in. The first money he gave to me, I took it and went and restocked, made my shop to become full again, and business picked up. My husband came and noticed the change and asked me how I managed to get the shop full again. I told him I had collected loans, I borrowed from people, this and that and that. He was happy with me, we were jubilating, celebrating, and he was genuinely happy. And That was how it was. Then after a while, this guy pestered me again, kept on pestering me, and I didn't know what to do. My mistake. I gave in. After that, I was not myself again. I couldn't bear it. A husband that had been so good to me, a marriage that had been very enjoyable, very peaceful. I couldn't bear the guilt of having done this to my husband. I, I I hardly could look at him in his face. I hardly could look at him in his eyes. I was full of guilt. I tried to hide, to pretend everything was fine, but it was not happening. I made up my mind I wasn't going to die in silence. I was going to confess to my husband. And I warned the guy that I had done it with him 2 times. I was never ever going to try it again, that he should never disturb me again. But he wasn't giving up. At the end of the day, I made up my mind to tell my husband. I called him one particular day after making his favorite meal, making him to feel happy. I knelt down before him, told him I had a confession to make, and that confession was eating me up. It was killing me gradually, and I wanted to seek for his forgiveness, that I had offended him. I had defiled our marriage bed, even though it was not on the bed, but I had done what was not good. I explained to my husband what happened and how I started with the guy and how far we had gone. And do you know what happened? To the worst of, or to the worst situation I've ever experienced in my life, my husband opened his mouth and told me he knew. I stood up from where I was laying down. I stepped back. I was staring down on him. I asked him what he said. He said he knew all the things I did with the guy. And meanwhile, that guy, as at the time I was telling him this story, was critically sick in the hospital. He had a ghastly motor accident and he broke his spinal cord. He was never going to walk again. He was in the hospital at that time. So when I told my husband what had transpired between me and the guy, and he said he knew. And I asked him, how did he manage to know? He said he knew when the man called me for the first time. He knew he gave me money for the first time. He knew when I went to him the second time. And he knew all those things. I was surprised. My mouth was open. I was gazing at him. This man knew all these things, all this while, and he kept quiet. He still was in the same house with me. He never made mention of it. He never asked me anything. He didn't show it in his attitude or his manner or any method. That I was surprised. I now asked him how he managed to know. He said he cloned my WhatsApp and my phone and everything. Every message that will come to my phone will first of all get to his own, or will get to his own first somehow. He knew when the guy was pestering me. He knew when the man was testing me, sending me messages, and he knew how I was resisting. I finally knew how I accepted. And when I accepted, he knew when I went to him the first time. He knew when I went to the second time. That he knew all these things. And I was surprised. What kind of a man am I living with? Oh, he knew all these things and he kept quiet. I didn't know what to do. My mind went back. My husband knew what happened between me and the guy, and that guy was lying critically sick in the hospital out of a ghastly motor accident. I now started wondering, could that accident be really an accident, or was it a perpetrated cause, or was it engineered by somebody, or was it a sabotage? Okay, if it was not even a sabotage, it was too coincidental to be a coincidence. How could the man be sick and lying critically sick when he had just finished dealing with me? We had just finished our relationship, or we were just, into the relationship. And this man is saying he knew all those things. I became afraid for my life. I didn't know what to do. As I'm talking to you now, I packed my things away from my house, from my room. to my children's room. I got scared of my husband. I can't sleep in the same room with him again. In short, I cannot even exist again without fear. Every little minute he comes towards me, I'm busy watching his hands to know whether he has any a tool or any instrument, or whether he had anything he was going to pass on me or attack me or hit me. Even the food I eat, I'm scared. I don't know when the food will be laced with something I don't know. If that man could be lying critically ill in the hospital out of a motor accident, and this man knew all these things and kept quiet all this while, I had to run to my senior sister to talk to her, to tell her what happened. My senior sister blamed me like never before, and warned me to go back and beg my husband. I should not allow that man to carry out whatever intention he has. I should go and beg him. And I came back. I didn't know what to do. I met my senior brother, told him the whole story. Everybody blamed me. But then they now advised me that they were going to do one thing. And that thing they were going to do would be, they will come to my husband's house and apologize to him on my behalf, and that I should be ready for what will happen. That my senior sister was going to give me one hot slap or 2 or 3 slaps to show her disapproval, that she will act it, that she should give me serious slaps to show my husband that she is in disagreement with whatever thing I did, and that they were not in support, to see whether it could calm the man down, whether I can douse the situation. And meanwhile, I was suspecting that the man could leash out his anger on me in any form, in any manner, anytime soon or later. So I was thinking of running away for my life, to run away and leave him. But on a second thought, I was advised that if I should run away, it will not solve the problem. Where will I run to? If he should still want to catch me, he will still catch me. So the best bet will be to step back there, apologize, beg him, and promise to make it up to him somehow. I don't know. I'm now torn between staying back and waiting for whatever thing he may do to me, or running away. Please, my brothers and my sisters, I brought this message for your advice. What do you advise me to do in this kind of a situation? Do I carry my load and run away now that he has not yet hit me, or he has not carried out whatever thing he's planning? Or do I remain and wait for his wrath to fall on me? Or do I remain to believe or trust that he will never get back at me or hit me or kill me? Which one do I do? Please, I am depending on you people's advice. It is a matter of urgency. Help me and tell me what to do, so that my mental health is in shambles. I am afraid any step I hear at my back, I'm turning back to check whether his brother is creeping on me or crawling up on me. Anytime he comes back from work, I'm looking at his hands to know whether he has brought anything I keep for food, for eating. I am scared. I wouldn't know whether the food may have been laced with some kind of poison or something. And how will I continue living in this kind of a situation? How long will I continue in this kind of a life? That is why I said, please advise me. Do I run away? Do I stay back? Or what do I do? Thank you very much for your usual counsel. I admire the way you help people with advice. I'm looking forward to your advice at this discussion. Thank you. So what do I advise her? You've heard it all from the horse's mouth. What do I advise her? Does she run away or does she remain? Okay, we advise, as I say, we advise her not to run away. Because if she's running away, is she running to any part of Nigeria? He can still trace her to that place and still deal with her. Unless she has the financial muscle to travel abroad. And then if she even goes abroad, will she stay there forever? One day she may go back to the country. And whatever thing that may happen may still happen. So, but at the end of the day, I think the best bet is for her to go to the guy with the family members as they propose and apologize. And maybe look for a person the man respects, either a religious they are really the church member or a pastor, or if they are Muslims, look for their leader for fighting him. They will come and apologize to the man, because with that one put in place, the man might even be a kind of apprehensive of the fact that people have found out, people know what has happened, and he will not want to harm the lady again, knowing that if anything should happen, people know the story and they may think his hands are, that he is concerned, or he may be the first suspect. So that's the only thing that can help her in this kind of a situation. So that's what I advised her, and told her that she should also look for her to pray. If she knows how to pray, she should pray that God should help her, that the man should forget, not only to forgive, but to forget entirely, to should erase the thing away from his memory, so that she can live a normal life again. Because this kind of a situation is very dicey. The man knew all along what the wife did, and he kept quiet. They were still in the same house. So on my platform today at in Facebook, one lady had advised that she should not run away. She should remain and beg the man, because if the man had planned to do anything to her, he would have done it long ago. Okay, and it's the sense what she said. Yeah, if he had planned to, and then there are some punishments. She also said that there are some punishments that are even worse than physical punishment, hitting her, beating her. That the punishment the guy gave her already, by giving her the silent treatment, not asking her anything, not mentioning it to her, not asking her, it's even enough punishment. The lady has even punished herself enough. The torment, the emotional torment she has passed through, and the guilt and everything was enough punishment. And so they felt that she should not bother going, that the man, if he had wanted to do anything to her, he would have done it long ago. But also we advised her that she should also looking at maybe involving some people that will talk to the man and explain to him, for him to forgive, and then let the relationship continue. So what do you think? What do you want to add? What do you want to advise? What do you want to add to this topic? And then let's see. So this is Catchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We'll come to find connection, love, relationship. We'll come to learn how to build this relationship to make it a sweet, loving, vibrant, enjoyable, and lasting one. If you are looking for a partner, come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, your location, your blog group, what to do for a living, and describe the kind of a partner you want. Or you can drop all those information at the description: your name, your age, your location, your blog group, your genotype, what to do for a living, describe the kind of a partner you want. Or you can meet us in our platform. After this live, I'm going to drop a link at the description. That link will take you straight to our community, where we'll do matchmaking. We will find love, find relationship, we will find connection. Who knows, your partner might even be there waiting for you. So we'll meet here on that platform every Sunday by 9 o'clock. We'll meet on a WhatsApp video call every Sunday. If you want to join us, and on that Sunday by 9 p.m. Nigerian time, we usually have a family meeting where we'll talk to people, where we'll get to meet ourselves and talk to ourselves and connect possibly. And every Saturday we are on live by 10 p.m. Nigerian time. Every Saturday we are on live 9 p.m. Nigerian time, okay, on Facebook. So you can meet us up anywhere you see us. It's time for matchmaking. You can always come up, tell us what you want, and who knows, your partner might even be there waiting. So this is it. Today we have looked at a lady who has issues with infidelity in her marriage, and she doesn't know what to do. Does she run away from her husband, or does she remain in the marriage? Is she safe? Is she not safe? And we're advising her that she should not run away. She should not run away, because if the husband had wanted to kill her, otherwise he would have done so. And at the same time, if she run, where will she run to? If she runs abroad, she will come back to the country one day. If she runs to any part of Nigeria, the man might still trace her to anywhere. Okay, so the best bet is for her to stay there, beg, apologize to the man, hope that he will not just forget, that he will not just forgive but forget her, and they will still live her life happily. But then she should now know that she has to be more committed, more dedicated to the relationship, and shower the man with enough love that will make him not to have any reason to, feel bad or remember what has happened. So far, so good. Thank you for being there, and I appreciate your time. Just if you have any comments, drop it at the comment section there or the description, so that anybody that sees this video will be able to, get proper information, and so that the lady that has this challenge will also be able to get herself sorted after listening to you or after reading your advice or counsel. Thank you very much for being there. See you same time next week. Bye.